a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
The bits.
Fucking trivia.
Oh my god! Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of anime references. Are you surprised?
I shouldn't be. I mean. All right, let's go. Let's get into this shit. We're here. We're queer.
And in fear.
Welcome to The Bits, hosted by your favorite jam buds, Charlie.
And Robert.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Are we ready to enter this universe? It's Garnet's universe, but it was created by Steven Universe himself. It's about her little adventures. Do you want to go on a little side quest?
We're going on a little side quest because we are looking at Garnet's Universe, which premiered November 13th, 2014. We're at episode 33, Charlie.
Wow.
19 more to go before we hit Mr. Finale.
Wow, it's almost like we're still nowhere near it.
And 20 to go before my favorite episode.
Hey.
You know which one it is.
I'm sorry. That one? You're gonna make me cry. Why? Why you like this?
Season 2 premiere.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is that one going to make you cry?
Do you know what the season 2 premiere is?
Uncle, say uncle.
No, it's not.
It is on HBO Max.
Well, that's incorrect.
Season 1, episode 48. What the fuck? Okay.
No, Say
What?
Uncle is season 2, episode 3. I found
What
out
the
when these
fuck?
things. I found out when the episodes premiered, and I put them in the list. No. Season 2, episode 1 is full disclosure. I'm gonna cry. You're gonna cry. Everyone's gonna cry.
But we should cry now at Garnet's Universe. So the episode opens up with Garnet coming back to the Crystal Temple with a gemstone that she bubbled. And Steven bombs her, and he's like, Garnet, what did you do today? To which Steven just proceeds to imagine what Garnet did that day.
Well, because she's like, what do you think I did? Huh? What do you think?
Committed
Steven?
crimes against the government.
I mean, she definitely did, because they're the gems. That's all they ever do. Commit crimes. Be gay do crimes. Invented by the gems. So, this is where we get just an anime reference. The entire thing is an anime reference. I, in fact, watched this in my college anime club. Because why not? So Garnet goes to this little forest, and she is also ambushed once again by some friends who are throwing bombs at her. But it's fine. They're friends. And it's Hoppy and Hopper. Which one is which? Tell me which one is which, Robert.
Hopper is the bunny and Hoppy is the frog.
Is that correct?
No, it's the other way around. Hopper's the frog and Hoppy is the bunny. Fuck.
I can't. I'm not going to get this straight. I'm just going to say the frog and the bunny. Not going to lie. It's impossible.
There's a lot of talk about power levels because it's an anime-based episode like Dragon Ball Z. So they're talking about training a lot to ensure that Garnet gets stronger, that her power level goes up. Garnet then remembers she needs to retrieve a gem artifact and that she needs to hurry because she wants to get back to Steven.
Mm-hmm. The entire episode, she keeps showing this picture of Steven, this cute little one where he's got his tongue sticking out and he's like going, and she's like, this is the most important person in my life. And she shows this picture and I'm like, God damn it, that's so fucking cute.
If only it were true.
Are you sure it's not true? Are you sure?
I hope it's true.
I think that is the most important person in her life. Let's be clear. Garnet loves Steven as much as we love Steven, if not more.
And Steven.
But he's not ready to learn that she has secret animal friends, so she just doesn't tell him about this whole secret thing. So they run into a random man whose power levels are hopping low.
He suspiciously looks like Ronaldo, just worse.
Reasons why we hate him.
Mm.
It's just Ronaldo, but anime. His name is Ringo. How does she help him out? She spits water? Milk? It's unclear what she spits in his face.
I want to say water.
I don't know. It came onto his face white, so I was just like, what the fuck are you spitting onto his face? But she drinks a bunch of stuff, she spits it into his face, she slaps him, and he's like, hey yo, I used to run this temple, and some guy beat me up to get the gem inside it. A fox man.
A fox
He
man.
tricked me. Can you help me get the gem back? Or technically he's like, can you help me get my shrine back? I don't care about like the gem or who has it or whatever. I just want my shrine. So he was looking for someone strong enough to help. And in the background we're like pointing to the shrine where it is. That feels very Dora. And then they do a little transition of like, oh, we're going up to the temple. Do. We're here with like their heads. It's so I can't possibly auditorily explain parts of this episode because it is just so visual gag.
It's so visual gag. It's very, references.
Yeah, it's varied references. So we go up to the temple. There's a giant buff fox man who's voiced by Lars. Garnet tries to fight him, doesn't go very well. He's got some hopping high power levels. And he throws them all.
I think from what I remember seeing that they scanned him and he had a power level of 70,000.
That's fine. I don't know what that means. Like, where's Garnet's power level?
Garnet's power level at the beginning was somewhere around 10,000.
Oh, I think that's underestimating Garnet.
I think it is too. But Mr. Foxman knocks everyone off the cliff. And now Garnet has to do her training montage, which is making her gauntlets huge as fuck and then doing super fast punches with them.
Excuse me, first we get the like, oh, they're under the waterfall, we're doing that cool thing. Ringo is over there taking a shower. But excuse me, Look at Garnet. I've never been more attracted to this woman.
I was watching this episode with Mac and he's like, does this episode imply that Garnet has titties?
It does. It in fact does, because look, she's I don't know, taken off her shirt to reveal a like hot sports bra, and I'm just like, oh, Garnet, hot lady. But yeah, then she gets hotter because she's working out, and her gauntlets are gigantic, and she's getting buff. So fuck yeah, Garnet, gaining those power levels.
Eventually, after her training, she goes back and she defeats the Foxman very easily. But it turns out Ringo lied to them. I knew there was a reason he's my least favorite member of the Beatles.
I was gonna say there's a reason why it's Ronaldo.
And then plot twist, it turns out the Foxman was actually the real caretaker, and Ringo stole the gem to become Ultimate Ringo.
And where does he put this gem?
In the little like hole in his hair.
Because he's got just weird circle in his hair.
It's so weird. It's so bad. Ringo turns the Foxman into an onion ring, which is terrible. R.I.P. Foxman.
Rip.
Charlie, do you like onion rings?
No.
Charlie, why don't you like food?
I do like food. Just not bad food.
Excuse the fuck me?
Yeah.
That's it. I'm kicking your butt.
I just don't like food that doesn't taste good.
Do you not like onions?
No.
Deep fried onions?
I'm not Shrek.
Somebody.
So, Ringo banishes our friends to the Ringo zone, and also himself. I mean, it looks like he banishes them, but he's just transporting them. So here he's super fucking powerful. It's just a weird universe with lots of rings all around it for some reason. Ambiance, I guess. Also, he's super jacked now. Don't worry about it. We try to fight him. Our plucky sidekicks get their asses beat, sadly. The fact that Garnet literally confuses her own sidekicks because their names are Hoppy and Hopper,
Hoppy, Hoppa.
hilarious.
It's really funny.
Amazing. And then what is Garnet's ultimate move here? What does she do? What does she do to gain more power? She takes off her weighted hair. Did anyone expect to see Garnet without hair?
She looks like she looks like those thumb things from the Spy Kids movies.
Oh
Which is to say she looks creepy. It's weird. It's really she looks like a fucking thumb.
no. So Ringo nearly beats her again. He finds the picture of Steven that she keeps referring to constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, huh, something here's not right. I'm gonna destroy this picture and this child, maybe. And that's what causes Garnet to get the super magical girl power up. Because she's like, no, the power of love. She turns pink. She gets giant hair and giant gauntlets. And then she fucking destroys this man. Destroys him, destroys his livelihood. He's gone. But he's still alive.
Somehow, some way.
Don't worry about it. And she takes his hair off. She literally just rips the circle part off his head.
Instead of just casually taking it out of the circle.
She resurrects Foxman.
She resurrects Foxman. She leaves Ringo in the Ringo zone. He looks like a baby for some reason. It's really fucking weird.
Yeah.
And the episode ends with Steven being like, that's what I think you did today. And Garnet's like, yep. And Steven's like, really? And Garnet's like,
no.
And that's how the episode ends.
But I'm sorry. Are you forgetting when Zach Hallison does like his actual like non-Steven pitched voice at the end there and
Yep.
is like the moral of the story is that like Garnet learned about love and all of that. Like
Yep.
fucking great.
They really did a lot with this episode. It's funny.
And we talked about this so succinctly. For once in our lives. Because we have to get through so much. Hey Robert, guess where we're going?
Where are we going?
We're going to the Crystal Temple because we have so much fucking trivia.
Holy shit.
Literally so much. Because this entire episode is just trivia. Fun fact
so
for you.
These 4 new characters, they're all voiced by actors and actresses who do main casts. You have Hopper, who's voiced by Dee Dee, who plays Pearl. You have Hoppy, who's voiced by Michaela, who's Amethyst. You have Foxman, who's voiced by Matthew, who's Lars. And you have Ringo, who's voiced by Zachary, who voices Ronaldo.
Yep. It's very cool. I mean, I do especially love how like the Pearl and Amethyst voice actors kind of get to like swap for the episode. I feel like, you know, like just like a little bit in their personalities. You know, just Pearl gets to be awkward, funny, little hopper, and then Amethyst gets to be like serious, cool, hoppy. They're just a little bit different. That was in fact the next trivia anyway. I didn't even notice that.
So this is yet again another hint by the Crewniverse that Garnet's a fusion, Hopper and Hoppy, because Hopper is like Sapphire, who's calm and calculating, and Hoppy is like Ruby, who's brash and reckless.
Yeah, no, I see it. I get it. When Garnet, after some of the training by Garnet, we have some Korean symbols in the background that mean beauty or beautiful woman. That's very cool. I mean, she is beautiful.
She's so beautiful. Yeah, so like you said earlier, at the end of the story, when Zach Allison is like narrating the end, it's his normal voice.
Yep. Normal voice Zach Allison. We love that.
Wild.
Later on in the episode of Warped Tour, we're actually gonna find out that Garnet can summon some giant gauntlets if she wants to. Isn't she cool?
Steven Bomb gets its name from when Steven jumps on Garnet, yelling the same phrase, which is foreshadowing the event.
Steven Bomb!
Steven Bomb.
Oh god, this is probably one of my favorite moments of the episode, but like, Hopper's like, maybe an enchanted power onion! And then the show like shows them thinking, and it's there's an image of Onion's head. Onion shaped like Onion's head. Because yes. I do love Onion and his antics. He's Chaos Gremlin.
Chaos Gremlin incarnate. So when Ringo electrocutes Hopper and catches her. It's the concept of this scene is later used when Peridot is caught by Amethyst's whip in keeping it together.
So you know how they have like the far distance renders in the show?
Mm-hmm.
So Garnet's outfit in like Steven's little fake little world here resembles Garnet in her debut far distance little render there.
Right on.
And now we have cultural references, which is
So fucking many because
half
this
this
is
half
this
this
is
page.
this is anime references out the ass. So just to knock them out a little bit quickly, Hopper is like Frog from Chrono Trigger, and Hoppy is Usagi from Usagi Yojimbo.
Because they're a frog and a bunny, so yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense. That's literally the same fucking. Why is this on here twice? I'm not saying it. Um, so the little thing that Hopper keeps using to measure the power levels is basically just a Wii U gamepad.
the end of this episode, it kind of reminds me of how an episode of the Pokemon anime would end.
Yeah, it reminds you specifically. Okay.
Mm. And it reminds most people because that's what it's a reference to.
Yeah, exactly. So Garnet stops a bomb with her hand in this episode. And like how they do that, even the camera position itself is a reference to a scene in Akira, where the character Tetsuo stops a missile. So it's pretty fucking cool.
The bombs are also resembling Ziki H Bomb from a 2001 web animation, The Demented Cartoon Movie by Brian Kendall. Ziki's catchphrase in that web animation is Ziki Buki Doog before comically exploding whenever anyone said his phrase.
Amazing. Beautiful. There is a Samurai Jack reference. Oh my god, that's cool. I still haven't seen that show, but I know it's good.
Oh, you really should. It's great.
I know.
There's also the magical power amulet that Hopper mentions, which does resemble the demonic wishing eye from Adventure Time.
I didn't even finish what I was gonna say, but
Mm,
it's just Hoppy being introduced is the Samurai Jack reference. Anyway,
yes.
Hopper, Hoppy, whatever the fuck your name is. Who is who? Hopper's the frog. Okay, so the frog, um, she's similar to I can't say words. Mizune
From Soul Eater.
from Soul Eater, specifically in the Runaway Train episode. Oh my god, the fact that there are bombs like adds to this possibility because Mizune had tadpole bombs. Okay, sure. I don't know what the fuck is going on in Soul Eater.
Here- Here's something I caught, and then I don't need the trivia to tell me. Foxman was looking at Tumblr
We all know he was looking at fucking Tumblr.
because he's looking at cat images and gifs. I always love how people are like, "Oh yeah, Tumblr's just the cat website." No,
It's
no, it's
not.
not. It's more.
It's a lot of things. So we have several sound effects from Looney Tunes in this episode, such as the bomb whistle, that Garnet makes when she's knocked off the cliff. Uh, and this sound is often attributed to Wile E. Coyote.
According to Jeff Liu, who is a storyboard artist on Steven Universe, Garnet's final move was inspired by Gurren Lagann, which I don't know what that is.
It's another anime. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's about right. That sounds about right.
I think that's a mech anime. Seriously, don't worry about it then. Hey yo, I got the Sailor Moon reference. Ringo does a Sailor Moon transformation. That's it.
And he doesn't deserve it.
No, he doesn't. He really fucking doesn't.
So hey, Garnet taking off her hair and the weights might be reference to Rock Lee from Naruto, who always has weights hidden under his leg warmers.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I guess this is a reference to a thing, but like, I feel like Garnet meditating under that waterfall was like that happens. That's just a trope in media, but it's similar to how Libra does it in Saint Seiya. So Love how we're struggling today. Oh fuck yeah, there's an Ace Attorney one coming up.
Garnet's last attack in the episode is similar to Mazinger Z's Big Bang Punch from Mazinger Edition Z: The Impact.
When Garnet does the like really fast punching, when she's training, it
Mhm.
resembles Kenshiro's Hokuto Hiya Hyakuretsu Ken technique from the Fist of the North Star series. It's just a rapid punching move. It's iconic, and it's often, you know, a thing. So there's a lot of Dragon Ball references here.
There are so many. I want these. Let's do this. All right.
Go do it. Do it.
So the device Hopper uses is a lot like the Scouter. The explosion in the device is what happens to Scouters when someone exceeds a maximum power level. The power level skipped 9,000 when it was like initially scanning Garnet, I believe, which is probably a reference to the over 9,000 meme. In Garnet's training, she increases her power by posing similarly by holding a pose that's really common in Dragon Ball. She takes off her hair, which is Wade, which is similar to how Piccolo takes off his cape or how Son Goku takes off his weighted training clothes. The fact that her hair gets bigger when she increases her power level, it resembles the Super Saiyan transformation. And another resemblance to the Super Saiyan transformation is that it's triggered by an immense emotional response. And lastly, in the Dragon Ball series, power levels are initially introduced. They're kind of over relied upon. Everyone's like, oh, if your power level is higher, I know what to beat you or whatever. In this episode, Hoppy relies on power levels a lot, and eventually Garnet's power level becomes so high it becomes immeasurable.
Amazing. Beautiful. So the Ringo Zone, uh it's similar to, what the fuck is this? Apparently certain characters from this show, Bo 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 Bo. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. It's just a lot of bows. They can create their own universes, where people are forced to play with their own rules. I feel like that's a common trope at this point. And it
Right.
also may be a reference to the Phantom Zone from Superman.
Yep. The episode features many anime cliches, like how characters with very large muscles, they have them to show off how powerful they are.
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful. So when our heroes meet Ringo, uh, we get the red arrow over the temple in the background. This, maybe it's a reference to Ouran High School Host Club. Uh, is specifically the episode starting today. You are a host. The first episode, where there's a red flashing arrow directing the audience's attention to an expensive vase that's gonna become a plot point. Amazing, beautiful.
The very start of the episode, when Garnet points and tells a hooded figure to reveal themselves, her pose is similar to that of Phoenix Wright in Ace Attorney when he goes, "Objection!" Uh,
Objection.
it could also be a reference to the Professor Layton series, where Herschel Layton is also known for doing that point.
Did you know they had a crossover?
I did.
Yeah. Uh, Hoppy at one point says, "Get ready to hop, drop, and roll," which is probably a reference to a beer named Hop, Drop, and Roll.
And now for some continuity. Hoppy's line, "Don't bite off more than you can chew," calls back to Cat Fingers, where Pearl tells Steven the same thing.
I mean, sure. Um. Oh, this is a more important continuity, I think. Even though how, but we have some foreshadowing about Lars's ability to cook when the fox is like, "How dare you insult my cooking!" Amazing, beautiful. That's this fucking episode of Steven Universe.
Holy shit, it's
God damn it. There's
done.
so
We
much anime.
fucking did it.
This is
Um,
so much anime.
so much anime. Hey, Charbin.
Hey, Robert.
It's time to give people some Pearl points.
Um,
I'm giving my Pearl point to, honestly, to Garnet.
yeah, I feel like that's the only correct answer here, is just to give it to
This
Garnet.
is Garnet's universe.
It's in fact her episode. It's all about her, even if it's not. Yeah, Garnet gets all of the pearl points.
And then the question.
The question.
What the fuck do we do a question for? How do we make this episode a question? What's your favorite anime, I guess? Have we ever asked that?
What's your favorite anime trope?
Fuck, good question.
Now I'm struggling. But like I feel like that's the best thing that I can come up with.
I love me a good beach episode.
I mean, yeah, I mean, come on. Even Avatar had a beach episode.
Avatar is technically an anime.
Is it? Is
Technically.
it?
Technically.
Technically.
Which I say is for hay, not horses.
Technically is for hay, not horses.
What is your favorite anime trope?
I mean, you gotta love when it's a magical girl anime and our characters have to do like the big, fabulous transformation scene, but like no one can hurt them while the transformation is happening. Like you just gotta watch as they get fully naked and fully change their outfit. Like, amazing trope. No notes. Beautiful.
Very good trope.
Yeah. That's another episode, but of Garnet's universe this time.
Da-da-dum. It's been great as always, Charbeen.
Thank you, Rupert.
And you know what we have to say?
What do we have to say?
That if every podcast were perfect,
we wouldn't have the bits.
The bits. All right, goodbye, everyone.
Bye. You can follow this podcast socials at The Bits SU Pod on Instagram and Tumblr. You can send a message to our Diamond line through thebitssupod@gmail.com. Be sure to give us a rating, a review, or let your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. Our music was written and produced by Jason Hilton. You can find him at Negative Selections on Instagram. You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms, and I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws.
You can find me, Robert, at the Damn Meme page on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Damn is spelled D-A-M. If you want to hear more from me, check out one of my many podcasts. I have a Once Upon a Time podcast called Entering Storybrooke, a Kim Possible podcast called That's a Sitch, and an Osman Verse podcast called the Truum Grammar Book Club.
The Bits is proud to be a part of Deus Ex Media, which features great podcasts like Of the Eldest Gods, a chapter-by-chapter Rick Riordan pod with mythological context and no spoilers.
Charlie, I'm so glad I found you. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. The break was hard, but I'm not injured.
Thank the gods. What do we do now?
Okay, Ray, I need you to listen to me. There's only one book left, and I know it's gonna be hard. But we have to get through it.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna run out and start reading.
Good plan. Okay. I'll start emailing guests.
Charlie! No! You're an introvert!
It's okay! I can do this!
Remember me, Charlie!
I love you, buddy!
For Rick!
Check out Of the Eldest Gods. Episodes every Thursday, now covering Book 5 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Last Olympian.
Dave X Media.